Good evening, everybody. It's Chris.
And Joan.
For Chris and Joan's Travels. Hey, this is, where are we? We're kind of getting lost here. This is day 5 of our vacation, day 3 of our cruise. And this is,
3 days. Oof.
When we pull into port, we were going to be in Bimini in the Bahamas.
Bimini.
So kind of like most days, I got up and walked, and this time I didn't even bother going up to the Pulse Fitness Center because I just figured everybody'd be up there. So what's nice is we were already in port. So what I figured out is if you walk for 40 minutes, it's 2 miles, and it's about 4.5 laps, complete laps around the 8th deck if you want to get to 2 miles according to my GPS tracker. Since we were tied to the pier, that was good information. And then after that, I came up and got myself cleaned up. Joni was ready to go. We went and had breakfast in the buffet.
And that's a typical morning breakfast in the buffet. People all over the place trying to find, pushing and shoving, busy. So it wasn't really all that great. It was like trying to find a seat and all that.
It was crazy.
Crazy. Typical morning.
Then we got off the ship, and because we're Haven, we got special.
Yes, we did.
We got a special ride down and escorted off, a special line to get off, so we got off pretty quick. And we were in Port Bimini, and we walked out, and we found the little place that said tram to Resort World, because that's the excursion we set up for. And then we went over to the Resort World beach, because that was the excursion.
Dropped off at the beach first.
And talk about the beach.
Yeah, so that was Resort World. Had its own beach, its own resort, basically. So yeah, it was really nice, and it had everything. Had 2 big pools. So it had one side was kids, which had like a
family. It was a family
pool. It had a volleyball thing and other games planned, and the other side was adults, 18 and older. And it just had the loungers in the pool, and it was basically just for people just wanting to swim or hang out there. You wanted to play, you go on that side.
Adults were people drinking.
Right. And then you walk down, and there's just chairs, and chairs are included. So, and they wanted to give us, I don't know if they would have charged us, he wanted to give us chairs with an umbrella right down in the front. No, we didn't need it.
Yeah, we
didn't need to. And I think he would have charged you, I don't know. But
I don't
everything
think they
else,
charged.
maybe not. But we didn't need that. We didn't need.
We wanted to bake anyway, so we were laying out in the sun.
But there was all kinds of, plenty of chairs. Some had umbrella, sets, and some were loungers, and some were chairs. So
we actually had this big round thing with cushions, which was
big,
nice.
Yeah, so that was nice. And then,
we played in the lagoon. They have a beach. Actually, not a lagoon. It was just a beach. Went out in the beach, played in the water. The water was beautiful. It was a little cold when you first got in.
Really nice.
But it was nice. Kind of funny. I wanted to do a little snorkeling. I told the guy, "Hey, you guys sell snorkel gear here?" He goes, "No." He comes back about 10 minutes later. He goes, "I've got this. I can sell to you for $10." I'm pretty sure he went to Lost and found a pair of snorkels and goggles, and sold it to me for $10. It was great. It worked perfectly. Not that there were a lot of fish there, but I did use it the second day, and that was good. So that was good. Then
what else
we had lunch there.
We ordered food.
So they got runners all over the place, and Joni ordered us a box lunch, basically a hamburger, fries, and a soda.
Yeah.
$23, kind of expensive, but not
that's
really.
What you get for a resort area, and it's a basic kind of food. And then the port, they had just really wasn't much else there.
Yeah, we kind of just chilled out there. You lay out in the sun. You're on the beach. It is what it is.
They did have some other little activities to do, but we didn't do any of that stuff.
And then
when you first get there, well, we bought the excursion, so you get a drink. So you get a welcome drink. Bahama Mamas, which is fine. It was good. That's the only drink we had. Besides the soda, so that was okay.
And then after we were done at the beach, we hung out there for about 5 hours. I wanted to go check out the casino, so we went over to the
casino and hotel area.
Got on the tram and it took us to the casino. And we went and walked around the casino. They wouldn't let me record any of the video, so there's no video of that.
Yeah.
No
it was
pictures.
Small, though. It was just one little room.
Yeah, it's kind of like a small Indian casino is what I related to.
And the guy said that there was some older machines, not older, but like
original type machines, real classic. not the newfangled electronic ones.
Yeah, that's true.
But they do have blackjack, craps, 3-card poker. But the guy goes, yeah, we don't do craps until 5 o'clock at night. Like, oh, that's a bummer. We'll be back on the boat by then.
So that part was small. And they had a little bar right there. And then the guy told us to go upstairs.
Go up to, so the place is called the Monkey Bar. It's an adult-only pool. But it was closed that day. But the pool was open. So we went up there, and there were just a few other cruisers up there. And
it's a big infinity pool.
But the view was awesome.
Yeah.
You could go walk all the way around the pool. There was a nice infinity pool to swim in. It was a little chilly there was a nice breeze up there.
But had to do
But the view from up there on all 4 sides was awesome, and we probably got one of the better pictures of the Aqua while we were up there, and I'll get that posted up here. But that was that actually was worth just getting a picture of the ship the way it was.
So the excursion, what we paid for was being able to go to the casino and the resort area. That was included. The hotel, we couldn't go, we were in the hotel.
We could use all the pools at the resort. We could all use
our amenities. So the upstairs, the rooftop pool, we were able to use. So that was good.
Yeah, and so that was fun. And then we walked around the hotel, just kind of checked it out. It's a hotel.
Yeah.
What else is there to say?
I think it's Hilton.
Yeah, I believe it is ran by Hilton. And then what we decided, we were going to walk over to the fisherman's area. That's where the shopping is. And we kind of laughed when we got there. There were like 8 stores.
Yeah, it was fun.
And at 4 o'clock, 6 of them were closed.
Yep. And the only ones that were open was like ones at the high-end ones and like don't want that stuff. One, I was like, I want that store. I would have bought something in there. And then the other one, she had just closed. There was the people shopping in there, and she had closed the door. And when she let the people out, I'm like, "Can I buy something? I'm going to buy from you."
And she let her in.
And I did. I had to buy. I had to buy something from the lady, and she let me in. So yeah, but it was not much shopping. Basic, but not much shopping at all. It's just a little shopping center, barely even. Just
yeah, it was small.
Very small.
We got a picture. There's a video.
And everyone's with that. We were told that, and that's what we heard about. It's very small, not much there, and you're not going to be able to haggle the prices or anything like that. But,
it is what it is.
But we wanted to do this, so that's what we did. And we got back on the tram.
Yep.
To get back to the.
Came back on the tram. We got back to the ship. And what was really nice about that is when we walked up, the masses were in one line, and because we were the Haven, we had our own private entrance, and we were escorted back up
through the elevators.
Once we got through security, the guy pointed us to a certain elevator. We got to that elevator, and it said Haven only, and we got a ride up. That was nice. He brought us back up to our floor.
Everyone else was waiting to try to push in to get elevators.
So yeah, we had our own.
We had our own.
So if you want a perk, there's a perk from the Haven that we actually liked. We got up to the room, and then I called the butler, and I asked our butler, "Hey, can we get laundry done? We're platinum. We get a free load of laundry." She goes, "Oh yeah, we can, but you have to do it before they come clean your room for the evening." So we decided to do a load of laundry. We didn't have a lot. We had like 4 days worth at this point, but we had all that sent out to the laundry to get done, and that was kind of cool. There's a video for that. And then after we got the laundry all set up, we went up to the hot tub up on the sun deck. We hung out up there for about an hour. Joni came down and got cleaned up. I went and sat in the finishing sauna and the snow room, and I jumped in the infinity pool while she was doing that. And then we both got dressed up, and not dressed up. We were casually dressed, and we went to Indulge Food Center for dinner, and that was
Indulge Food Hall.
The food hall. That was kind of a fun thing. So we found a nice place to sit. Now, one of the keys here is you don't sit at the restaurant stations, you go find a table, because when you order from, if you're sitting at one of the restaurants, you only can order what's at that restaurant. But if you're sitting at a table, you can order from all the restaurants in the indulged food hall.
Order everything and anything off of it, as many things as you want, and they deliver it to you.
So we did. So what we did, so Joni, we ordered for noodles. Joni ordered the Penny La Norma.
Pennies, yep.
And then from Texas Q Steakhouse, I ordered brisket, and she ordered the half chicken.
That was good.
And that was all good stuff. The brisket was excellent. And then from Tapas, Joni ordered panna con tomato. And that was like bread with tomatoes on top
of it. So
with garlic.
We took the tomatoes off.
It was okay.
It was okay.
And then the funny one, I have to laugh at this because we are no way in hell are we vegan or even think about being vegan.
Plantain.
But we went to the Plantier Diner, and Joni got minestrone soup. And she said her quote words were, "This was one of the best minestrones I've ever had."
Exactly, because it didn't have all the other crap I don't like to eat. And everything like. No.
So I was actually, when we were coming on here and they talked about this restaurant on the other videos, I was like, oh, we're never going to eat any there. And she ends up doing it.
Any of that kind of food, but it was good.
And then for dessert, we both had a chocolate mousse cake. Ooh, that was really good.
Very rich, very good.
And then we had time to kill, so we went and checked out our pictures. And they had a t-shirt sale, and we bought t-shirts. So I got me an Aqua t-shirt. Joni got herself an Aqua t-shirt. And then, again, we had some time to kill. So we went up to the observation round on the 15th deck. And we did some blogging. We blogged the observation lounge. And we got a drink. And then it was getting to be time to go watch the Prince show, The Revolution. So we went down and got in line for that. And we had nice seats on the 7th floor.
Front
row. That couldn't have done any better.
And then for the Prince show, the stage retracts
the
and
sixth
makes the damn floor.
Yeah.
The 6th floor.
The 6th floor is gone. And then they have pieces that they bring together to make the stage bigger during the show.
So the 6th floor was the stage, and it was a dance area. So they had people down there. So if you could have stood and watched it, and danced there, and then the performers were like everything, like the stage. They moved the stage around, so it was a very good performance. And you had the performers right on top of you. So
the only problem is, again, they got mad. Some lady was trying to take a picture, and she got yelled at. Stop! Yeah, so they're very protective of taking any pictures of that stuff. And then after that, there was a glow party, the white glow party up on the pool deck. So we went up there for a half hour, and they were playing some music. We were just kind of chilling up there. It was nice. It was a little colder than the other night, but it was nice up there. And pretty much that ends day 5 of our vacation, day the 23rd, which I guess technically is day 3 of our cruise. And it was fun. So Bimini was okay.
The weather was great.
I will say this: Bimini is a one-day trip. I don't think you would come here for a week. That's just my opinion.
Unless you really want to relax.
Yeah, if you don't want to do anything and have anything to do or anything to check out.
There's other things to do. So if you got off the ship, you could have walked the pier and then walked just a very short period. And there's a free beach right there on the right. Yeah. So you could walk to that if you really didn't want to do anything, any excursion, you want to pay for anything. There's a beach right there. And then just a little bit farther than that, you could walk to this, is where you can rent golf carts. So that's what quite a few people do. So they rent golf carts. And like I said, this island is so small. But if you go down the other end of the island, there's more to see. There's more shopping. There's more in the town. So that
the actual town, yeah.
Yeah, the guy said that's what most people do, is they walk down. And there's a couple more beaches, supposedly. Some really nice beaches there also, too. So a lot of people said that they did that. So there is stuff to do. It's
I don't think you need more than a day.
Yeah, so there's other things to do other than doing the resort world if you don't want to do that. But there are other, there's a free beach, and then there's renting the golf carts to go around town and checking out the rest of the island. So there is stuff to do, but everyone poo-poos it and says it's but
it was worth
it's
it.
An excursion.
If you have never done it, it was worth doing.
That's why we kind of chose this one too, because we've never. Bimini sounded interesting. Why not? We wouldn't pick it just for Bimini, but if it goes there, it goes there. But it was good.
So that's it. That was day 5.
We had a good day.
It was fun. We had a nice day. We were beat at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. But I will tell you this, the Revolution show, if you come on Aqua, make sure you go see it. That was worth it. So this is Chris.
And Joan.
From Chris and Joan's Travels.
Hope you liked this video. Once again, don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment below. Let us know what you think. And follow us along on all of our other videos. Bye from Bimini.